Hello and welcome back to my channel. This is Jennifer Perry with My Scrap Room. I wanted to take a moment and just give you a little bit of a behind the scenes look at where I play and where I film. I have shut the window so we don't get any glare, but I just kind of wanted to give you an idea of where I am whenever you see me filming. So this is the desk area where I film. And right down there is a little, well, it's my stamps, but it's a little tower where I keep my stamps. It makes a good spot to put my trimmer while I'm working. If you hear me talk about the box that my feet goes on, there's my little box and the bar stool that I like to fall out of. And today I came up with the idea of taping, let's see if I can get around here without tripping over the bar stool. Taping the bags, or not taping, but using thumbtacks to put the bags on the wall, because the bags, I'm used to taping them to my desk whenever I'm working, like if I'm doing some scrapbooking in the middle of the night. I just tape them to the side of my desk. Oops, let's back up. And they stay there, and I just drop whichever cut into whatever bag. Well, it wasn't working so well on this side of the room because I was taping them to the refrigerator and then taping them to this unit, and they were falling off in the middle of filming. So I'd have to stop filming, pick them up off the floor, put them back in, tape them back up, and it just wasn't working well. So I decided today to go ahead and tack them up on the wall. And it's working very, very well. I'm quite pleased with it. I have to stand up while I'm cutting, but I think that worked out really well. So here's a little side desk that you don't ever get to see. I'm going to move this bar stool a little bit so I can get in. But I have this little section of adhesives just kind of sitting there, so that's one of the things you hear me rustling about in. I have this little bitty bin with my blocks and some adhesive refills that you hear me rustle around in sometimes. And this is the pour stand that I use for my camera. I'm holding my camera at the moment, so it's not on the stand. But as you can see, it kind of has an articulating arm on it. So if I do any, like if I'm doing the adhesive, it kind of shakes a little bit. Well, that's why, is because the arm isn't very stable. It works well if I'm not putting weight on the table, but if I am, that's where some of the shaking comes from. And unfortunately, I cannot fix that. So if the shaking bothers you, I'm so sorry. And then over this way, the window is normally wide open to kind of help me with light. But this is my little trash can, and it's a galvanized bucket, so that's what you hear clinking sometimes. And then remember me talking about I have 12 by 12 bins that I keep my supplies in whenever I teach. Well, this is the bin. As you can see, it says June, no worry, so this is the month of June, and this is all the supplies that I'm using to teach in June. And as I'm working, the bin sits right there, and I'm just able to pop scraps into that bin. Everything stays there, and then when I'm finished working with this paper bag, I'll bag it up and I'll put it over here. And once it's on this side of the room, I know that that is for my personal scrapbooking. I don't have to teach with it any longer. Whatever's over here, I'm allowed to play with. Well, I say I'm allowed, I'm the boss of myself. But I'm finished teaching with it, so I'm allowed to play with it for my personal scrapbooking. Just about fell backwards there for a second, sorry. And as you can see, there's the new video rendering. So I've been editing all day, along with my notes. So there we go. That's just a little bitty behind the scenes of where I film. Hope you enjoyed. Until next time, thank you. Bye.